Did you grow up eating peeled tomatoes or peel-on tomatoes?
Nobody ever peeled tomatoes.
I thought that was how you ate them. Like, we grew up, I remember my granny and papa, they always peeled the tomatoes. My mom and dad always peeled the tomatoes. Whenever we had tomatoes in the summer, they would take a paring knife and sit down and peel the tomatoes. And you had to learn, you learned that as a kid. I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's not the easiest thing. You give somebody a knife, tell them to peel a tomato. But,
I can't do it.
yeah. I learned to do it without breaking the skin. Like, you can do one big peel.
Around here, if there's barbecue on the table, there's probably sweet tea beside it. And now Luzianne has fresh, ready-to-pour, refrigerated sweet tea gallons that make it easy. They're brewed in small batches using their classic tea blends, and they come in sweet tea, extra sweet, unsweet, and zero sugar. Cold, refreshing, and they taste like homemade without having to make it yourself. Find Luzianne sweet tea gallons in the refrigerated section of your local grocery store and grab a couple gallons for your next barbecue.
Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcom and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcom Reed, joined by my lovely wife. She's talented too, Miss Southern Chelle. Got Tyler over here with a fresh haircut, looking good.
Don't look homeless anymore.
What's up, man? What's happening today? We're Father's Day was last weekend. Great weekend.
I'm just sitting here drinking my Luzianne tea.
Ice cold Luzianne tea. I got me so. How would you know if this was tea or just a cup of whiskey in it?
That's a big cup of whiskey.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
I've seen
You
you
underestimated
it
me.
before.
Doubt my abilities.
No. I get nervous when I see
You
cups
can
of
put
whiskey.
at least a pint in that, probably,
Yeah.
with ice and a little.
That's a good cover-up. Have the Luzianne.
Yeah,
tea.
and that's just tea.
Like,
You can go to the baseball game.
yeah, I'm totally
Totally.
being paid to drink tea. Not
Yeah, it's tea.
I will say this,
I'm drinking the unsweet though.
me too, me too.
You on the unsweet?
Yeah. I will say that it tastes so much better than, can I say Milo's?
Just
Yeah.
gonna throw somebody under a bus.
Milo's taste like dirt to me. Something about it
The
tastes
earthiness.
dirty, earthy.
Louisiana tastes like grannies.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
one of my
yeah.
grannies. That's what I remember.
When you get it out of the fridge and it's
Mhm.
cold, you don't even need ice.
Yep. She'd always have 2 or 3. She left her tea bags in the pitcher. Did your mom or grandmother do that?
I had a grandma did that, yeah.
It must be an old people thing. Because my mom we always made it like a little pot on the stove. And,
Mhm.
you get your water going, have a cup of sugar off in there. Basically make it simple syrup, then put the tea in there and steep it. And then strain it out and fill up with water.
In college, we used to make it, and we didn't drink coffee,
Yeah.
because we were kids, but we'd make tea in the coffee pot.
Wow, I never done that.
It
Tea in a
works
cup.
really
You
good.
put the tea bags in the
Yeah,
filter part?
Yeah,
Huh.
you don't even need a filter.
Yeah. We had one teapot, and it wasn't a teapot like you're thinking. It was just a little small sauce pot, like the smallest one.
Yeah, that's what I use now.
Yeah.
our
That's what-
small-
we had one, and that's
pot.
all we used it for. That was the teapot. Don't put nothing in it. That's what tea goes in. You don't cook corn in that on stove. You don't. It ain't making vegetables or heating up Campbell soup. It's making tea. That's all that pot's for.
I mean, in the summertime, my
I
dad.
bet my mom still has it.
Oh, I'm sure your mom still has it. But in the summer, my dad would probably drink a gallon of tea a day.
I guarantee you there was times where we made 2 gallons at our house because of all the neighborhood kids would come over and everybody wanted sweet tea. If it wasn't tea, it was Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is Kool-Aid still a thing? Do your kids drink? Do y'all drink?
They.
I couldn't have grew up without Kool-Aid.
I was going to say, I think the kids still definitely do. My kids don't, because my kid on red dye acts like
Yeah.
Really? You can
a
tell?
felon. Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh.
We-
Well, you don't have to get the red. I mean, they make all kinds of Kool-Aid.
Great.
Orange, great.
Orange.
I tried to give him any sugar. Yeah, he's just.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a.
Yeah, I think it's more the sugar than the red.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, you should try that. Here's a table full of red. Let's see how tablespoonful of red. See what happens.
Sample test him.
Yeah. I don't
Give him
think
one
it's the
without.
red. I don't think it's the red. I think it's the sugar.
So
I'm no doctor, but
we had a big giveaway.
oh yeah, how'd it go, man?
Varsity
I've been
giveaway.
rocking the playlist. I've got it to where when I get in, my CarPlay connects to my Spotify and it just starts playing it randomly. I got it on shuffle,
It's
so
like,
you never know what you're gonna hear.
it's like 2 days worth of music.
Yeah, it's like, there's mostly good songs on there. I would say it is a roulette of sorts.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to hit something. You're like, what the?
I should have brought that little CD thing you gave me in here. Oh, you got one?
So,
Okay, cool.
So we had, this is part of the giveaway. So 5 of y'all are going to be getting these. They're little CD album looking keychains. And if you hold it up to your phone, press it at the top, it takes you right to the Spotify playlist.
Pass that over here. I want to.
Yeah. You got it.
Because he brought one in my office and here you go. And it's like a little, I don't know if y'all can see me messing with this, but it's a CD case, just like the old school, like I used to get from Columbia House. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And then it actually pops out and it's just a little, I don't know what it is. What do you call it? A plastic button or something?
Yeah, something like that.
It's got How to BBQ Right logo. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They put, you can scan it, like you get it to your phone, it brings up the playlist.
We're going to definitely announce the winners to that in the community. So look for the pin post at the top on Friday. But I did want to kind of come prepared with some of the stuff that we've had added to it.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot. There is actually unfortunately, a lot of songs that were already on there, but there is definitely some ones that aren't. This time around, there was a lot of Treaty Oak Revival, which the first time around there really wouldn't. So I think that
is that a
new up and coming happening.
Is Boomtown on there?
Yeah.
Anytime you hear
it
that,
might be because we talked about going to their show.
Yeah.
And then
is any Whiskey Myers on? Yeah, I've heard some Whiskey Myers on there for sure.
Yeah, there was Whiskey Myers, Chris Stapleton, Hank Williams Jr. These are all kind of stuff I expected to pop up on there, but then it kind of broke everything up into a different percentage basis, right? So I did all this through ChatGPT.
Okay,
we compiled the data, sent it through there, whatever. So far, the new songs, 40% of it is country and red dirt, which is interesting. So that's your Cody Johnson, your Luke Combs, your Zach Bryan. 25% classic Southern rock, which is Leonard Skinner, Allman Brothers, ZZ Top, those guys. 20% classic rock, which the only one on this one that I wasn't 100% sure of was I'd never heard of Thin Lizzy. We had to look
what?
That's
Thin Lizzy.
Never heard of Thin Lizzy?
And then 10% Beach and Summer, which is your Jimmy Buffett or Bob Marley. And then 5% Wild Card, which is always going to be my favorite category.
Glorilla.
Number 1 on this was DMX. Yeah. Mentioned the most. Number 2 was System of a Down. Yeah. Number 3 was Pantera. Yeah, Number 4 was Sir Mix-a-Lot. Never.
Baby got back.
See, I do like listening to it to hear stuff that you probably haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you don't know who Sir Mix-a-Lot is?
I've probably, like, if it's Baby Got Back, I've heard that song.
Is that who Sir Mix-a-Lot? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I just wouldn't know who sang it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Weird Al, which he was on there last time, so that one doesn't surprise me that much. But
Which
then
one? Eat It.
I think I saw White and Nerdy when I was looking through, but there's probably other references on there too. And then Barbie Girl was the honorable mention. That was somebody added. So I was like, all right, cool.
Barbie Girl.
Something for everybody.
Yeah.
I only skip stuff when it's like super hard. Like death metal.
Yeah, okay. So like
you don't
Pantera.
dig on the Pantera? It depends on what time of day it is, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need that pick me up.
That's where this playlist is a little chaotic because I feel like if you're in a certain mood for something, this is not the playlist for you. Yeah. This is like you're in anything goes kind of mood.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it because I just keep it on shuffle and it'll go from one extreme to the other. But you can always skip if you don't like it.
Yeah, you can always skip. There's a lot. It's mostly really good.
Do you have to add these, or can anybody add them?
Right now it's set to where I have to add them.
Let's
so
keep it that way.
And I do like having a little control over it, just because I feel like you'll get one guy in there that'll just go add a bunch of random stuff to be funny. So we're gonna keep it like this, but we're going to periodically keep adding to it every year. I feel like that'd be kind of fun to.
Does it show you how many people like listen to that playlist?
It does. I did not pull up that stat today, but
I mean, can it?
Yeah, I can pull all that.
I'd like to know how many people listen to it.
But anyway, so thank you guys all for helping us be a part of that. It was pretty awesome. We're gonna keep it going. Like I said, look out for the people that are gonna win that up in the pin post at the top. Let's get to cooking community.
Well,
I want to know how that little turtle box sounds. I hadn't heard the cubby. Is that what it's called?
Cub.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've just seen everybody using them on TikToks, but I hadn't heard one in person.
We've used a lot of turtle boxes, and
the Ranger sounds awesome.
I love my Ranger.
You use it every day.
I use it all the time. We use the turtle box all the time. It's just kind of something we use when we're outside.
Yeah. It goes in the boat. It goes in the side by side. It goes when you're sitting out
on
there
the
cooking.
Porch, yeah. Yep. But the Rangers, you're inside.
It's your inside
inside voice.
It works good outside too, though. It's pretty loud.
Yeah. So this past weekend was Father's Day.
It was. I had a great Father's Day.
Good.
Thanks, Chelle.
I didn't
Michael.
buy you anything.
Yeah, Michael did. I actually asked for, and I didn't even think about it because you'd asked, I guess it had been a while back, but I wanted a wok. And he got me a flat bottom. It's a flat bottom wok, so I can use it on stovetop. So I guess you could use it on the grill too. But I'm excited. I hadn't broke it in yet.
What's your plan?
I told him first thing I'd make would be General Tso's chicken because that's his favorite. So,
have you ever made General Tso's chicken before?
Heck yeah. It's not hard. Boneless, skinless thighs. That's what I don't like to use. I like to use the dark meat instead of the white meat.
Do you make your own sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Do you buy sauce?
No, you just make your own. It's just brown sugar, 2 different soy sauces, and a few other things. Little red pepper. If you have any of them little Szechuans, you could throw those in there too.
I imagine it would be delicious.
The trick to good General Tso's is double frying the chicken. So in the
French fries.
Yeah, kind of. But the batter, it's more of a runny batter. So you mix an egg and you mix it with some cornstarch and some flour, and you dredge it, and then you fry it once. And you take it out, you let it cool, and then you fry it again, and it gets it really crispy, and that's what makes it. That's what gives it all the little nooks and crannies and stuff that soak up the sauce, and then you throw it back in there. You put your sauce together and throw it back in there and toss it around.
That's probably what helps it hold up to the sauce. So it doesn't get mushy. You went to the farmer's market and got some tomatoes?
I got up Saturday morning. Well, my dad loves tomatoes. Tomatoes. And so I went looking for some, and I did find some, and I found some squash because I was like,
I love squash.
You did ask me you did something for me for Father's Day. You cooked for me on Sunday.
Yeah, I did.
You asked me what I wanted, and I said, man, I just want like an old vegetable Sunday dinner. And so I got those squash, and then we had some peas, homegrown peas in the freezer that my mom had put up. And then what else did you do? Some mac and cheese and some kind of herb-crusted chicken thighs that were delicious. And I sliced up a big old plate of those tomatoes and seasoned them up with some TX.
Made some cornbread.
And
a strawberry cake.
Oh, man, that's my favorite. It was really good. Chelle's got a strawberry cake down. I don't know if it's the pudding mix you're putting in it.
It is.
Or if it's the butter cream cheese icing.
The cream cheese icing doesn't hurt, but if you want to make a really good cake, and I think you can use any box mix. Like I use a strawberry box mix. I use a small box, 3.4 ounces of vanilla instant pudding.
Vanilla
instant pudding. But I imagine you can play with these flavors any way you want. And then 4 large eggs, 3/4 cup of whole milk, and a 1/2 cup of butter, room temperature butter.
Like just cream it off in there, stir the butter in there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've thrown it in the microwave when I had to, but I don't want it cooking my eggs. So, yeah, anyway.
Well,
that's all you do.
Fluffy. It was fluffy and moist, and then you topped it with that icing, and it was fantastic. So, out at the park. I think you even cooked breakfast for me Saturday. I got the treat. We took my parents out, my brother and his wife, and a friend of ours. We met my parents, and we went out to dinner that night and had a good dinner on Saturday. Thought we were going to beat the crowd. We did not beat the crowd. You couldn't get in Como Steakhouse.
We showed up at 5:00 Saturday night.
Thinking we were the early birds for sure. Thinking it was going, I was going to beat the 6:30 rush. No. Line out the door, 1.5 hour wait.
Golly.
So if you're going to go to Como, you might want to call them and check the wait or see if they'll give you, I don't know if they even do reservations.
I don't think so.
Yeah. They may if it's a big group or something, but I don't know. But everybody's had the same idea we did. And so
do they open before 5:00?
I thought they opened at like 4:30.
Yeah.
So it's like,
we should have been there 30 minutes earlier.
Should have. I don't know, on Saturday, they may open at 4. That's a little early for dinner at 4 o'clock. You can go in there and have some drinks, I guess.
We pivoted.
Yeah, we did. It was good. I got a ribeye steak and a loaded baked potato. We had some good appetizers, had a salad.
But it's tomato season, baby.
I know.
It's just kicking off.
It's just kicking off here. The ripe ones are just coming in good here. And man, they're fantastic. So let me ask you this. Did you grow up eating peeled tomatoes or peel-on tomatoes?
I've never seen nobody ever peeled tomatoes.
I thought that was how you ate them. Like, we grow up, even I remember my granny and papaw, they always peeled the tomatoes. My mom and dad always peeled the tomatoes. Whenever we had tomatoes in the summer, they would take a paring knife and sit down and peel the tomatoes. And you had to learn. You learned that as a kid. It's not, I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's not the easiest thing. You give somebody a knife, tell them peel a tomato. But,
I can't do it.
yeah. I learned to do it without breaking the skin. Like, you can do one big peel.
The way you do it's pretty
from,
impressive.
That comes from putting up tomatoes too, though. Like, I don't know if y'all had a big garden, but they canned, I don't know how many quarts of tomatoes at my granny's house. And that was a yearly thing. And there was always this time of year is when they would have tomatoes under every piece of furniture they owned. They would save the little flats from the grocery store, from Cokes and canned goods and stuff. And they just have tomatoes everywhere, under the beds, under the sofas, under the chairs. There was tomatoes everywhere.
We had similar experience, but it was corn.
Oh, y'all put up corn like that?
Because my dad grew corn. So I remember sitting outside in July telling my mom I would never make my kids do this. Just shucking corn. It gets stuck to you,
The worst
everywhere.
for me was sitting out underneath the shade tree shelling butter beans for hours. It was so boring. And I'd see all the other kids, there's always kids
Yeah.
playing. We're sitting out there, these old wash tubs and
it was always a big old wash tub.
shelling butter beans, Oh, I hated that. I was like, don't they make a machine you can get to do this? And then I actually bought my mom and dad a pea sheller. I don't know if it'll do butter beans, but it'll do peas.
My grandma had one of those where you just kind of run it through.
Yeah, you feed them through. It's got some rollers, and it separates the hull from the pea that comes out, and they don't squish them. They work really good.
For peas, not butter
I didn't
beans.
mind hulling peas.
Yeah, that was easy.
They bust, and you run your thumb down them, but butter beans, especially because they're best when they're little, not the big old pods of butter beans, because the bean tastes different, but that little young, tender butter bean.
They're hard to get into.
Yeah.
And there's only 3 little boop, boop, boops in there.
But they're almost flat, so.
But butter beans are one of my, squash and butter beans are, up there for me.
Yeah. Oh, the way you do the squash. Now, if y'all don't, squash is great fried. And that's usually how my folks always did it. Was they call it fried squash, but it was I don't know.
What, they batter and fry it like okra?
Yeah, but not deep fried in a skillet. So
Yeah.
they turn it, it's almost like squash hash browns almost with onion and stuff. But you do, it's just like a sauteed version. And it is the best tasting yellow squash.
And it's nothing really to it. I just take some sliced onions. You thinly slice the onion for me into half moons and sauteed it a little bit. I did.
Bacon fat?
Yeah.
That's what you got to use.
I did. Well, I cooked bacon. And so I saved the renderings. And so I used a scoop of bacon fat over in that onion, sauteed them. When they start losing their moisture, throw the squash in there, and you cut those for me too. Malcom loves prep work. He really does. You cut the squash, and you just did cut them into
medallions.
Yeah, medallions. Throw the squash in there, and just kind of put a little seed. I use TX, a little extra salt, and just stir them around till they cook down, and all the moisture gets off. And we always called it stewed squash.
But it's really not. It's more sauteed.
Yeah.
Because you don't add any moisture or anything.
No, you want to get the moisture off.
I think of it's in stewed potatoes is in water, almost boil them.
Yeah, the whole goal of that is to get the moisture off. And if I don't have bacon fat, I'll use butter to give me the richness, but.
The other way, now, the only way I like squash that's almost like stewed or boiled is when you do it in milk and butter. And it gets creamy.
But not as.
It ain't healthy.
It ain't healthy.
At all. It ain't healthy at all, but it's good. That was the way Granny always does it. My mom liked it fried in a skillet, and then my granny would do it some kind of stewed like that with butter and milk.
Don't get me wrong, fried squash, there ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's good.
Heck, I like it oven roasted. We cut it up, saute it, or grilled. Squash is an underrated vegetable.
You used to do squash and zucchinis. You'd cut them into strips instead of medallions and grill them.
They hold up better on the grill like that.
And those are really good.
I hadn't tried them air fried. If anybody's tried air fried squash, let me know how you do it. Because I hadn't tried that. We've done
breaded or no breaded.
No, I wouldn't do it breaded. I don't
them?
want breading on my squash. I like it unbreaded.
I bet you could toss them in a little olive oil, salt, and pepper.
I don't see why you couldn't.
I'll give that a try. But you have been eating tomatoes pretty much with every meal.
At least 2 a day.
I
will
We've been
peel
eating 'em
2
for
tomatoes
breakfast.
and I will slice them, and I don't want my tomato in the refrigerator either. I like them to be out on the counter, room temp. To me, it changes it. Like even if after you peel them and slice them, you put them in the fridge, it changes something about that cold air changes the tomato, and they're better like room temperature. It tastes like sunshine. It's got some acidity to it, it's got a little sweetness to it, and the flavor just is awesome. And you don't eat them year round because they're not in season year round. Like I'm not just going to go to the grocery store and buy a tomato and slice it like that. In fact, we don't.
It doesn't have flavor.
That's the only tomatoes that my folks never peeled was store bought because they would say it has a thinner peel, so you don't have to. But like a homegrown tomato has a substantial peel. So it's not it's like a texture thing, and it's better when it's peeled.
You used to make me feel so bad about not peeling tomatoes for you.
How guilt trip you?
Yes.
You still won't.
There is a way you can cut a little X in the bottom of your tomato, drop it in boiling water for 10 seconds.
That's the cheap method.
And
they come right off then. You blanch them basically.
Yeah, I can't do
sit there and peel it.
Yeah, I can't do that. I don't have the practice.
Yeah, it just takes a sharp knife and sit there and don't go too deep.
That's not a skill I'm going to learn.
Have you ever peeled a tomato, Tyler?
I have not.
Is that a requirement?
All this
for
is
you?
like above you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The way I grew up.
Like my favorite way to eat a tomato is I love caprese salads. I grew up eating caprese salads a lot. So I like slicing them real thin, marinating them in olive oil, and then salt and pepper in them.
I do that too.
But that's
get the mozzarella and the fresh mozzarella and slice it and then chiffonade some basil.
Yep.
And then drizzle that balsamic glaze over it.
That's really good. My only complaint is when people like leave the mozzarella like too thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
You don't need that big old slice.
Your ratios get off. Yeah.
Yeah. It should almost be like 1 for 1 with the tomato in my head.
Yeah.
Mozzarella and
tomato.
And the more basil you can add,
and then
better.
You know what it is? It's BLT season.
That's
what we're having for dinner tonight. Like I'm excited. I haven't had, I hadn't had one yet. I've been trying not to eat too much bread. So I think for breakfast I did have you scrambled some eggs and
what'd you have? Egg and
tomatoes, scrambled eggs, and then some bacon on the side. But I didn't eat toast.
See, I did a piece of toast, and this is bad. Put a smear mayonnaise, smear blue plate, and then put my tomato, salt and peppered it, and then I put a fried egg on top.
You did a fried egg, yeah. What would that? So that'd be
I don't know.
Bacon, tomato, egg. BTE.
It was good.
Yeah. Bacon, egg, tomato. That sounds better.
It was actually really delicious.
I bet it was. It looked good.
And I started thinking about, remember this time last year, you did that tomato pie dip.
Yes.
I
saw a new one that I want to try. It's not a dip. Tomato pie is one of the, best things about summer too. And then last year I did it. It's basically the stuff that goes in a tomato pie just in dip form. It may have a little more sour cream or dippy elements to it. Cream cheese, I think I put in it, wasn't it? But what I saw, I made those bacon tomato pies last year too. I don't know if I did a video on them, but they were really good.
You did onion, basil, bacon, block of cream cheese, half a cup of blue plate mayonnaise, Parmesan, sharp cheddar, mozzarella, and then some green onions, and your Italian stallion as a seasoning.
And that's an excellent dip to do with like toast points or those little baguettes that you can buy that you can they're already toasted for you. Those are really good. You can get them at like Walmart or Kroger.
I started thinking, I was like, we usually end up with a lot of tomatoes and we're trying to use them. I might do a tomato pie dip and take for.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. And I saw a BLT dip I want to try.
Well, so this is tomato pie. It's like a version of tomato pie, but it's almost individual, and it's like for an appetizer or side. So the trick with tomato pies, especially if you use fresh tomatoes, you got to get the moisture off those tomatoes. So you slice them, and then you lay them out on paper towel and salt them a little bit, and they'll start pulling the moisture out. And they need to sit there and for probably a half hour and get the moisture out. Well, this dish did it too. Then they took a baking sheet. There's this lady on TikTok, and she sprayed the baking sheet, and she laid those big beefsteak tomato slices on that baking sheet, and she made up her filling. And it's pretty much pimento cheese. And that's kind of what, so you start with blue plate mayonnaise, jar of diced pimentos drained, and then she grated up some cheese right there in the bowl, just cheddar cheese, and then seasoned it up a little bit. And then she took an ice cream scoop, and when she got that mixture all mixed up, she scooped that and put it on each tomato slice, and then took a spoon and kind of spread it out. Well, then she made this little crumbly topping, and it was like melted butter in a bowl, panko, and Parmesan cheese. And so it makes like a little gratin topping, and she sprinkled that all over it and baked it. And it just made a crust and a cheesiness all over these little roasted tomatoes in the oven. And you take them out on a spatula and eat them like that. It's like an appetizer or a side or something. I said, man, we got to try that.
So it's kind of like individual,
kind of like
without
individual.
the bread.
Yeah. I guess you got the little crumbly topping. It's like a reverse tomato pie. It's like your crust is on top from that panko and cheese.
I like that approach better because a lot of times the crust will get too mushy and soggy. I don't like that.
That's why I like the dip.
Yeah.
Like it's really good as a dip. Because tomato pie is not really a side dish. I mean, it's kind of an appetizer. What would you say it is?
I've always served it as a side dish.
Yeah, because I guess, you get a slice of that for a side. I mean, it's good no matter how you eat it. But
so last night, first, Mark has a big garden, and he brought us a big sack of cucumbers.
Oh, what?
So Mark has a garden and brought us a big sack of cucumbers. And we cut them up. I love cucumbers. I love them on a salad. But you decided all of a sudden you were going to make pickles.
Well, I said, there's no way we can possibly eat 24 cucumbers. Yeah. I was like, what are you going to do with these things? And I did this one for Father's Day. The day before, I cut up I think you bought me a cucumber. They came from the grocery store, and I cut them up with onion. I put them in like a cup of vinegar, a cup of water, heat that up, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, not much because I don't really want it sweet, and then some dill, and then pour it over them and let them sit in the refrigerator. So it's kind of like a quick, it's not like really pickle. Yeah, it's kind of a little cucumber pickle salad in the refrigerator, and they're good for a few days, and they're not going to last indefinitely. But I was like, on the way, I had to go to South Haven for something, and coming back, I went to get my truck. And coming back, I was like, man, I got to do something with them cucumbers. There's no way we can eat them all. It's like, what if I made some pickles? Mikey's been making pickles, and Mark said his wife's been making pickles. I said, well, I could make some pickles. I know a few pickle recipes. And so I was like, well, I got to stop. I had to get me a few things. I had to get me some jars and get me some dill. And I was going to make a spicy jalapeno garlic dill pickle. That's what I made. And so I come home and went to pickling.
So how'd you do it?
So first I washed all my cucumbers really good that Mark gave me. I didn't peel them. These were all just about 3 or 4 inch, perfect size cucumbers.
Yeah, soft.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. And so I sliced those up into coins, probably about an 1/8 inch thick. How I like them. I didn't want too thick, but you could spear them, and you could half them, however you want to do them. I did those, and then I had some jalapenos that Mark had gave me. I split those, cut the stem off, and split them in half, left the seeds and all that in there. And I got me some garlic cloves, and I had me my dill. Well, I had to process my jars first, so I got a big pot of water boiling, and I put my jars down in it to really get them sterilized. And I didn't have one of those fancy. I just had your tongs out of the kitchen drawer. I didn't have any of those jar grabbers. I don't have a cannon set up. I used to.
You made it work.
I made it work.
It's
I put those out, got my rings and flats ready. So everything's ready to go. Then I had to make my pickling brine. So it's like water and vinegar pretty much is the liquid. I think it's like 2 to 1 pretty much is my ratio. I think it's like 8 cups of water and 4 cups of vinegar. Just white pickling vinegar or white distilled vinegar. Salt, turmeric, peppercorns, garlic. I put a little bit of everything in there. I got the ratio wrote down exactly what I did, but that's all going in this dill pickle, And then of course it's got a little pickle crisp in it to make them crunchy. And then once I got that liquid, all the brine going good, I started stuffing my jars. And did we talk about last week? It was marinated tomatoes, I saw this lady on TikTok do some pickled red tomatoes. And I had never done those, so I said, I'll do some of those too.
They were cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, cherry tomato. There's a little mixture of different ones, so I did a jar of those too. But I started shoving it all, and then in the jar, I would put a few cucumbers, a few garlic cloves, tuck some dill down in there, put a half a jalapeno in each jar, and a big chunk of onion, just sweet onion, and then stuff as many cucumbers as I could get down in there till I got all those jars filled. I think it made like 7 pints and a whole quart. Like, that's all the jars.
It was a bunch of pickles, yeah.
It was a bunch. And then I ladled that hot pickle brine in each jar, to about the top, wiped the tops off, put my little rings and flats on there, and then put them back brought that pot of water back to a bowl, my big pot that I was sterilizing in, and submerged those jars down in there. The pints went about 10 minutes, and the quart went 15 minutes. And then you carefully, this is the harsh part, you're supposed to turn the heat off, let it sit there for a little bit, then get them out. But I just pretty much.
You just making it happen.
I was making it happen. You was ready for the stove. You was fixing to cook dinner. So I had my little station set up, and I monkeyed them out of there, man. It was like I dropped one. It splashed all over me. I'm trying to grab it with a dish rag, and I got these plastic tongs, and I was fighting it. I was fighting it pretty good. I was like, I definitely need to invest $4 to set of jar tongs. But then I set them over on the, kind of got them sit there. And you got to leave them sitting for 24 hours, it says.
So can we open some when we get home tonight?
No. They're not going to be good for a week.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could. It says you can eat them within 24 hours, but they're not going to be ready for a week, and maybe 2.
Okay.
But because these are preserved to last. You just have to make sure that they sealed good. And you do that by wiping off the top of the jar before you put your little flat on it, and then put your ring on it. And then after you process them, take them out, unscrew that little flat. Mikey gave me this tip. Unscrew that little, the ring, and then take your finger and just see if you can pull it. Don't try to take it up, but put some pressure on that flat just around it to make sure each one of them sealed, and then they're good to go. I mean, they'll last years like that.
So,
but they need some days.
Okay.
They're technically ready to eat. Yeah. You can stick them, you don't have to refrigerate them. They're shelf stable.
I mean, we got other pickles. I was just excited.
Oh.
What about the tomatoes?
They're probably, see, I don't know. I've never done those little grape tomatoes. So I bought the little assortment. It had like yellows and oranges and then some cherries. And then I bought the grapes, like grape tomatoes. And I just kind of mixed all of them in one jar. I still did the same jalapeno onion deal. So it's going to
you put jalapeno in
I didn't
tomatoes?
sweeten they're not sweet. I figured the tomato was sweet.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like a spicy little dill tomato, I'm hoping, with garlic. It should be. And I didn't put dill in. No, I didn't put dill in them. I put basil. I bought a little thing of basil to go because that's what the lady did. But she used sugar and salt. So hers would have been more bread and buttery. These are more dill flavor with some basil in it. So, because I know that I had some dill in my brine too, besides the fresh dill. So I just was trying to extend them, and I wanted to see the texture.
Yeah, the TikTok that I saw of the girl making the pickled tomatoes, she ate them the next day.
Yeah, they're pretty much. The way I saw her do it was more like the pickled red onions we do, where it's like cup of vinegar, cup of sugar, tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of sugar, and then throw in some red pepper flakes and put the basil in the jar and fill it up, and then it's good overnight in the refrigerator. So it's like a refrigerator. Those would not be stable. My tomatoes, because I processed them, they're going to be, and they look really pretty in the jar. I don't know if you can tell because you took you've got video of it, me doing some of this, and you can tell that they held together. They look good. I mean, that it changes. They dull a little bit, and I guess it's because there's so much stuff in there, and that heat kind of cooks them a little bit. But I'm wondering if they're going to be snappy. Like, is it going to have good texture, or is it just going to be mush? Because if it's going to be mush, I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
But this is my first time to try those.
But we could use them for like a pico or something.
Yeah.
I bet if they got the jalapeno garlicky flavor, we could chop them up and use them for pico.
It'd almost be like a tomato relish.
Yeah.
Might be good like on a sandwich. Like,
ooh, yeah.
Like Lenny's.
Yeah.
Relish.
Yeah. Ooh, Lenny sounds good. So there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. BBQ Bologna. You didn't do it this weekend, but you did it last week.
Yeah. Well, we had some folks over, and we were watching, World Cup, college baseball, and the UFC. And so I said, man, this is a perfect time to cook a full chub. So we cooked
First off, where do you find a chub of bologna?
If you're in the South, you're in luck because most of our grocery stores have them. But, I mean, if not, you can always go to like your deli, and most of the time the deli is going to have bologna, and you can buy one of those. Now, what I have found from my experience is it is way more expensive by the pound in the deli than it is when you find bologna over on the cold cut aisle in the refrigerated section of the grocery store. I don't know why what's so much better about that bologna. To me, it's not, but the one I had, I think it was just bar S bologna. It's nothing fancy. It's like the cheapest bologna there is. It's what are they? I was watching something last night. They were talking about bologna. It was like unknown, unverified meat paste. That's what it's categorized as.
That's fine.
Don't think about that.
Yeah, don't think about it too much. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. It's probably got hoofs in it, nails, snoot.
It's good for you.
It's good for you.
It helps you regenerate collagen.
Yeah, I don't know what it Yeah, there you go. That sounds good. But anyways, I like to take that, I call it red skin bologna because it comes with that red wrapper on it. You take that off. And then you can tell by the way it's been extruded in that red skin, it's got these lines on the end of it. You know what I mean? And so I'll take a knife, and I just want about a 1/4 inch of that knife blade, and I'll start on one of those lines, and I'll just go down the whole length and try to connect it with the corresponding line down at the bottom. You know, those little marks from where it was scrunched up.
I know exactly what you're talking
about. So I'll go all the way down that bologna and just rolling it and making my lines, and then I'll come back across and just make them all the way around. I'll just kind of roll it on the cutting board with my knife until I get all the way around. I'll go all the way down it. And what that does, it creates that grid pattern on it. So now that bologna's, they fully cooked it at some point. You know, you could eat it raw, or it's not really raw. It's fully cooked. But when you put it on the smoker, it makes all these nooks and crannies. So typically what I do is I'll put a little yellow mustard for a binder on it, and then I'll season it with the barbecue rub. You don't need anything salty on it. Bologna is salty enough. And so the barbecue rub's got the sweet element and goes really good. So it makes a nice little crust on the outside. And then when I put it on the smoker, I usually go at 250, and it takes, to get it really good, it's about 3 hours. And usually at about that 2 hour, 45-minute mark, I'm going to glaze it. And I just use glaze. Like you can use whatever barbecue sauce you want. I just went the barbecue sauce straight out the bottle. But if you want to mix up something or change some different flavors, you could definitely do that on bologna. But I just brush it all over the outside and keep letting it cook. And it kind of caramelizes and gets sticky on the outside. Then you got this big old chub, grid pattern, beautiful looking smoked bologna. And you take it and you cut it as thick as you want. Now, usually I do about a finger's width.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a hamburger.
Yeah. Not a full 1/2 inch, but probably bigger than a 1/4 inch, bigger than a slice of brisket. And slice it. And this time what I did is we were making bologna sandwiches with it. I did it on the flat. I turned my flat top on, put me a little oil on the, I used a little bit of that. What's that? Grilling oil stuff on
Wham.
Yeah, I used a little bit of that whirl butter. Put that on there and got my griddle good and hot and slicked up. And I took that fresh sliced smoked bologna and threw it on that griddle. And I just let it sit there. I had the whole griddle full of bologna. It's me slicing, I think the whole chub covered up a whole 36-inch griddle the way I sliced it. And then I take my spatula and turn them after it got blistered up on the outside. And then as the bologna was coming off, I had a whole loaf of Wonder Bread. And I started toasting that. I'd put me some more whirl butter down. So I toasted up a whole loaf of Wonder Bread and had a whole chub of bologna sliced up, sliced some tomatoes, and we had some lettuce, and then all the blue plate or yellow mustard that you want. That's a mighty fine eating sandwich, man.
I like barbecue bologna, but you typically don't put it on the flat top afterwards.
Yeah, we just eat it.
Yeah, you just eat it. And it's
coleslaw bun.
Yeah, coleslaw bun.
Barbecue sauce.
But when you flat topped it, everything gets those crispy edges. Mm-hmm. And I put mine on white bread.
It's so good.
Big old smear of blue plate. Yeah. Lettuce,
good
tomato.
It's good for breakfast with, you put an egg on it. Man, it's good all kinds of ways. But just on toast with lettuce, tomato, maybe pickle, a little mayonnaise is excellent.
Oh, it's like our son's favorite. All the fancy stuff you cook, all the high-end meats, and
he wants barbecue bologna.
Yeah, I'd never had a sandwich like that before I met y'all.
Really?
Like not to that extent. No, like I've had a bologna sandwich, but not like a barbecue coleslaw. And it's up there for me with sandwiches.
It's one of the finer things, and I don't. It amazes me that not that many people know about. In the South, everybody knows barbecue bologna. I would think, but I don't know. Maybe it's a generational thing too.
I mean, I've had people tell me I tried that BBQ Bologna and I did not like it.
Really?
And I'm like,
what is wrong with you?
Okay.
Sorry we can't hang out. Like, my bad.
Okay.
Y'all messed it up.
I don't know if you could.
Oh, yeah. There was a time at Memphis and May. Remember they put, I don't know if it was Mark or who put it on there. We had one of those outlaws running over, not an outlaw, pellet grills running over on the side. And we put that bologna on there, had it all beautiful, and it went up on that top rack, and we just forgot about it. It stayed out there all day. And when I took that thing off, it had still split open and made that look, but it was all black, like you had dipped it in something. And then I said, hey, maybe we can still eat it. Well, when you cut into it, it was kind of like that Christmas vacation turkey. It was just like hollow. I mean, there was a little meat on the inside, but it just made a shell. I don't know where the bologna, I guess it rendered away. It just evaporated into smoke. But that's all that was left with this hole of one. It was like, I don't know how long it took. It probably took 12 hours to do that to it. But
12 hours.
It was rocking.
It's hard to mess up if you don't have too many Louisiana teas and forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, from Louisiana. Louisiana.
So Food Network is launching a new barbecue competition show called Pitmaster.
I saw a little bit about this. I think Ernest is in it.
He's a judge.
Is Bo a judge in it too?
Mo's a judge. They actually have good judges.
Yeah.
So it's him, Jess Prowse.
Oh, Jess is, yeah.
So it's Ernest, Mo, Jess Prowse. And Andrew Zimmerman's like the host or whatever.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah. Cool thing is, some of the Pitmasters.
I think, is Leslie and her son in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So Leslie.
Who else?
She's not Roark anymore.
Scott.
Leslie Scott and her
right?
son, Jacob. Yeah.
Scott, yeah.
What I saw her post was kind of cool. She said she did the show. She did a different show with her dad, years ago, and thought that was like the best thing ever. And now she's doing it with her son.
Heck yeah. Her son, Chef Jacob.
Yes, sorry.
He is freshly graduated from culinary school. I think he went to Nicholls State down there. They have an awesome culinary program. He was, the last I heard, he was, we went down, we were trying to see him at a restaurant he was interning at. And, but I think he's still in New Orleans. Chefing it up. Way to go, Jacob.
That's a heck of a life right there.
Man,
New Orleans chefing it up.
Fun. That's a whole different lifestyle.
Yeah. And New Orleans
built for young people.
The mecca of chefing. And also, Mad Scientist Barbecue teamed up with Al Fragoni.
Really? So Al's in it too?
Yeah. Al's in it.
When does this air? I
don't know.
It didn't say. It's got to be soon.
It's on Food Network.
Usually they roll that stuff out during the holidays, so you got another week or so.
I bet they'll be pushing it hard during 4th of July.
I will tune in. I don't have a.
And
I Chris, I'll DVR it, but no, I don't use those. You just watch it on demand.
TiVo.
Christy from Girls Can Grill.
Yeah.
And Susie from Hey Girl Hey teamed up. They're a team.
Man, they got a bunch of people I know.
I know. And we don't know these people, but 3M Smokehouse, or 2M Smokehouse. They've got like Michelin's recommendations, James Beard. Yeah. Him and his wife are competing. Those are there
you go. So it's teams.
It's teams.
It's a team barbecue throwdown. What are they calling it?
Pitmaster.
Okay.
Pitmasters. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I thought that was cool.
Heck yeah. Anytime there's a show about grilling, got to tune in.
Well, some of them suck.
Some of them do.
This one, I'm like, they got people that can cook. They got real judges that know what they're talking about. They got people who really cook. So I'd watch that one. All right. You want some questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone in the community asked us to vote for their maximum cover girl. Okay. Did you see that?
No.
Anybody see that?
No, I missed that one. Like the old Maxim magazine that Rachel Ray was on?
Yeah. Rachel Ray.
They still.
Do you have that issue tucked away in your
hidden under in the closet? Rachel Ray Maxim. Do you remember that?
I do. Was
like,
that real? That was way before AI generated.
Yeah.
She didn't get naked. She was just
she had on
bacon in her bra.
Who doesn't do that? What are we supposed to vote on?
You know how they do
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if they were.
I can't remember the guy's name, but who had the outfit? It was he had on the Pitmaster 13s, and then he had on some Daisy Dukes.
Kenny.
I was like, yeah, Kenny. There you go. Shout out to Kenny. Heck yeah. He's bringing them all the girls to the grill.
That's pretty sure that was
setting trap.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so.
I got those Pitmaster 13s. I ain't got no Dukes like that, but I got to.
We can make you some.
I ain't got the jeans that fit that tight, baby. I ain't got the rear for it.
It's like a bullfrog standing up. Luke, I think this is a really great question that you could weigh in on really well. So Luke, he's got a friend coming in from out of state up to his cabin in Michigan to hunt with him, right? At that cabin, he's got a Traeger, a sous vide, a gas grill, and he could bring his Weber grill with him too. And he wants to do something really, he wants to wow him like you want to do when you got gas, right? But he doesn't want to be cooking all day because they're going to be hunting and stuff. So he's looking for suggestions that he could cook in under 3 hours. That's going to be really great.
Man, that beef tenderloin that I do for the holidays is hard to beat.
That would be good.
That really wows somebody. It's so good.
What's the cook time on it? Right at 3?
2.
2 and then a rest?
Yeah. And a rest will be perfect. It's easy to do. And it's better than just doing steaks, because I could say, take that Weber and do some steaks, but that's, those little pork tenderloins, they're awesome because they're fast and you can do all kinds of stuff with them.
Yeah. I feel like pork tenderloins, it doesn't say wow.
Yeah, it doesn't really say wow. I mean, tomahawk steak, reverse seared. Yeah. You could do that on the pellet, reverse sear them on the pellet grill and throw them over on that gasser and just get a good sear on them. That would wow somebody. But what was some of the things tossed up on the?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't look at any of the comments?
Actually, this came in through an email.
Oh,
so
yeah. I mean, beef. You're not gonna go wrong with beef tenderloin. You're not gonna go
beef
wrong.
tenderloin.
Tri-tip's a good one. It cooks fast. That's one you can put on the pellet grill and still sear on a gasser and not have to take another grill. You got the sous vide. You got a lot of options. I mean,
that's true. You could sous vide something. Heck, you could sous vide a prime rib. Do you remember that time Mark did that?
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend that. But sous vide's not a fast thing at all. So I don't know if he'd use that. But with the pellet grill and gas grill, you can pretty much cook anything.
If you do the beef tenderloin, make sure you make the horseradish creamy sauce and serve it with the rolls. You did a beef tenderloin when you had some guys down at your camp, and they ate the entire beef tenderloin.
And all the should have made 2 more bowls of the horseradish sauce. It was awesome.
So, WC, how many times can you reuse coals after cooking one?
I answered this one on there. And, for me, lump, I use lump till it's gone. So, usually you can get, depending on how long your cooks are, you can get 2 or 3 cooks out of some lump and you just keep adding to it. Because it's so easy to put out, especially if you're cooking with lump and, say, a ceramic cooker like a Primo or Egg or even a Weber that you can control, cut the vents off. As long as you can get the air cut off of it, it's going to cut the oxygen off and the fire's going to go out. And those coals, you can just take them and kind of knock the dust off of them, let that fall down below the fire grate and fire them right back up, scoop them, put them in a chimney and re-go. Now, briquette doesn't do as good. Most of the time, especially where we are, humidity gets high. It absorbs. It's like an absorber of moisture, so it just wants to crumble and fall apart after you've cooked on it. I have had some instances where there was enough briquettes left that I just kind of scoop them up in a pile and set my chimney on those and start with some fresh and burn them. So I say burn it, but I wouldn't depend on using that briquette as a main, I'm going to get a whole cook off this after I've already cooked on it. It's just not going to work. The lump, yeah, you can. And it's easy to add the lump too. But the briquette just doesn't do as good.
And I feel like how many times you can use it depends on
it depends on how long you're cooking. Yeah. If it's still there, use it. You know, if it's a briquette, it's substantial size. Most of the time they cook down a little nuggets of nothing. I did see someone comment on there that Jealous Devil it's a briquette and it's really good to reuse. So, but it's a bigger one. So it's just, they're not using all of it up and there's still enough of it left to be a good piece of coal.
Royal Oak has don't they
bigger
have a
ones
super
too.
size?
Yeah, those
now?
work too. The smaller natural Royal Oak, that stuff would usually get, you can get one cook off it. Wouldn't be much left. But the bigger chunks where it was like a steak cook or a burger cook or something, a lot of times you could.
So Mark had a question that this is a good idea. I'm interested in this. So he likes baked potatoes on the smoker. And he was like, how would it make sense to inject the potatoes with butter or flavors or whatever? And you couldn't do it raw.
Yeah, I don't think so. I saw that. I don't think so.
But
when that potato got done, if you want to shoot some melted butter off in it, why wouldn't you do that? I ain't never done it, but why wouldn't I do that?
That's what I'm thinking. Like we always say 202 is when a baked potato's done.
You take it to
let's say 185-ish. You start injecting it with
little butter here and there.
Garlic herb butter or something.
Challenge accepted. We're going to try it. What if you just do the little potatoes, like the little new potatoes, and you just give them a hint as they would cook fast? Oh, man. I bet you it'd be good.
I try it.
I ain't going to be mad at somebody if they told me they did it. And we're probably going to try it.
Do we have a good injector at home?
I'm just going to use the turkey baster one, the free one.
That's the one.
You ain't going to pull up warm butter through like the BDI, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
But if you just got those,
that's what I was thinking. That's all we need.
Yeah, those syringe type. That's all you need.
Would you wait till it got completely done, or would you start injecting?
I don't know. I was thinking completely done, like before you served it, is when you'd want to do it. Just because it's going to be at its premium,
Yeah.
Because I forget who I saw the other day. They were talking about how to eat the potato, and there's like, if you take them out, when they're done, don't immediately split them or poke any holes in them, but just take them and gently roll them, and it releases all of that flesh in the inside from the peel. And so when you do bust it open, it's already kind of mashed up for you. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, what if you do that
Let's roll it
a little bit, and then hit it up with
blow
butter
it up
and see what it does. And you imagine when you bust it would just ooze.
I'm thinking like even just like the Tony C's butter that you buy around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like some Cajun potatoes.
Yeah.
Like,
man, it's worth trying. Now we're thinking.
Now if we're talking Cajun potatoes, you can put a little crab boil,
You could.
A little crab boil butter. Give you that crawfish.
Tastes like crawfish bowl.
Yeah, crawfish bowl potato.
I'm going to drink so much tea with this glass sitting here.
It's good, isn't it?
It's real good.
So Taylor, he asked whether you would recommend a pellet smoker that's horizontal or a pellet smoker that's vertical. Is there a difference?
Yeah, there's definitely a difference. I mean, from my experience cooking with the vertical one, even like old vertical charcoal smokers or, wood smokers like the backwoods that we used to cook on, there's different stages of heat on those racks. And if you think about it, it just makes sense because the thing's stacked on top of each other and heat wants to rise. So every rack's going to be a little different. Well, that's been my experience on a pellet grill too. The only vertical one that I've ever cooked on has been the Mammoth, but it's different on every, it's not, even though it's got a fan in there, it's not blending it true. So you just have to know your hot spots. Some people, I kind of like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Because that way I know if I'm, want to smoke something that right above the dial is the best spot to cook at. But then if I'm behind, I can move it up and get something done fast or dry, put a little bark on something, glaze something a little faster. If I want to slow it down, I go down closer. And so I think there's a trade-off on it. You don't see a lot of them. I think, I know Grilla has the Mammoth that's a vertical. Camp Chef has a vertical. I'm sure there's others that have them. I just don't, haven't had experience cooking on them. But there's nothing. Well, you think about all those little boxes that are electric; they're kind of vertical too. They got chefs that go in, so there's more than you think. But I'm kind of I like the style. It's like a pit, I'm cooking on them regularly. That's the one I'm going with because I like the way the air moves across it. That fan's blowing from one end, the fire pot's usually in the center, and then the exhaust is on the end, so it creates this a lot of air movement, and it cooks pretty even. And you still got hot spots and stuff on them, but
I would say
I think it's just whichever one you learn to cook on.
I would say it depends on what you're going to be cooking, because if you're wanting to smoke sausage,
the vertical's the way to go.
Yeah, the vertical's the way to go.
Hang stuff.
Yeah.
You think about the other design. It's a lot of people use it for stuff other than a smoker. It's grilling, it's baking, it's you're doing other stuff with it. That's hard. You're not really going to do that on a vertical one. It's not really a pellet grill. It's more of a pellet smoker.
Will it get up that high? Will the Mammoth get up to 500 or 450?
I never tried it.
You haven't?
Yeah, and they built that more for the lower temps is why they built it. They wanted it to be something you would use to process sausages and get those temps down and just give you different cooking area on the inside. But I mean, I don't think anything's wrong with either one of them. You're going to learn, but if you want more of a universal, I would say stick with one that's horizontal pit.
Especially if that's going to be the only thing you got.
Yeah. I don't even think I've tried to bake on the Mammoth, 350 constantly. I've never really ran that one much higher than 275, 300.
So I got this question, and I've got an answer for it. But Herman wants to know, he's cooking pulled pork for his son's wedding, 60 people. How many butts would he need? Go to ChatGPT. Tell it how many people you got, how many, maybe what the makeup is, women, men, how many sides you're
even
have, age, whatever. Give it all that information, and it will tell you really. It is the best converting tool there is.
I would say 6.
6.
That you'd have plenty. But if you're going to cook 6, you might as well cook a case of 8, and then you're going to know you have plenty.
Well, then you can have some for nachos the next day.
That's right. You can have some for the after party or the next day? The breakfast. For breakfast.
Not everybody does that. Yeah. That's just what we did because we didn't do a rehearsal dinner the night before. Anyway. And the flat top gyros you were talking about.
Yeah, did you see them?
You showed them to me.
Yeah. I didn't know if you went back and watched the video.
No, I didn't.
That looks good.
So what was it?
They made gyro tacos, and I don't remember the guy's name, or Tyler may have seen it on there, but it's in the community. But if you click the link, it went to like a little short, and he's got like his gyro meat flattened out. Have you seen people do these tacos where it's like put the raw meat on the tortilla and then cook it? It's basically that. But gyro needs to get a good crust on it. Like if you think about when they slice it off, they're always slicing off that outer edge of that meat that's on the spit. And it has kind of a crust to it. Well, you're going to get that on that flat top with that meat spread out thin like that. So he put it on a tortilla, and then it didn't say what it was. I'm guessing it was like a mixture of lamb and pork, probably with, so it looked like it had some herbs and vegetables and stuff in it, stuff you would think that would be associated with like gyro meat. And they put it down on looked like some bacon up or something like that. Cooked it until it got a nice crust on it, and then took it, and I think he flipped it then to get the backside, the black part of the shell cooked a little bit, and then topped it with the traditional like tzatziki, lettuce, tomato, and then folded it up, and so it's more taco. It's like on a thinner tortilla. It didn't say, it wasn't much audio on what he did. I was just assuming or guessing, but that looked like that. And I was thinking, man, that would be good with the naan bread or pita bread or something along those lines. You can still do the same thing. Let it get good and crunchy, and then you've got, a gyro ready to go.
I like this gyro approach better than I like the top regular taco approach.
Oh, yeah.
It too. Yeah.
Yeah, I never did get into that. I never tried the tacos that way just because I was like, that's not too good a way to me. I mean, I like tacos the more traditional way or sliced meat. But that for a gyro sounds good. I want to try it.
Shout out George Descovich.
That's who it was, George, yeah. It looks good.
Looks really good.
I'm a fan of gyros. We don't
cook them a lot, but they're good. We use the Hero seasoning for vegetables more than anything, but man, when you put it on stuff, it's a flavor explosion. It'd be great on that.
I use Hero as much as I use AP, pretty much.
It's kind of like a Greek AP.
Yeah. I guess I was wondering if you're a little gun shy after our Trader Joe's.
Sorry. I do not recommend that. But Trader Joe's did have some birria that you did that was really good. I thought that was real good. I had a little bit of Chelle had some leftover steak from our Father's Day out. And then she had this Trader Joe's birria meat that you make tacos
And it
with.
came in a sauce and everything. It's like frozen.
Mhm.
You just open the package, and I dumped it in a crock pot.
Well, I took that leftover steak, cut it up thin, and then I had me a little onion in a skillet with a little olive oil, started seasoning that, Grande Gringo, hit that steak. And I didn't want the steak to cook much, so I got the onions soft like you would for fajitas. And then I threw that steak in there and just tossed it. I didn't want it to cook it anymore. I just wanted to warm it up. Then I smothered it in cheese and just let it sit there and melt. And so we had that birria meat to make tacos with, and we had this like steak, cheese, and onions. And then you could just, oh man, that was like a leftover type dinner that was delicious.
And you made a fresh pico.
Yeah, I chopped up some tomatoes and then had some onions, cilantro, jalapeno.
If you need anything chopped, Malcolm's
I'm the
man.
guy. Yeah.
Which that's my least favorite part of cooking.
Really? Oh man,
Is the prep.
That's the best part, getting everything ready to go before you cook.
I know you love. You'll sit at the bar and just chop.
I'll have it all
Chop
laid out,
everything.
ready to go in little cups. When you get ready to cook, it's all right. Mise en place, man. That's how you do it.
Sounds like my wife likes, because I love to vacuum.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like in my zen because I can't hear
I'm
anything
chopping.
else. I'm just don't have to help around. Just
Yeah.
Just run the vacuum.
keep going. Yeah, it's great.
Well, Mal, that's really all I have for you today.
Well, so what do we got coming up? We got 4th of July coming
4th
up.
of July's
in another
next week.
Yeah. We're right in the heart of summer, so go out and
Starting to warm up.
Go get you some of them maters and peel them. Put your little TX on them and try them.
We didn't even talk about watermelon.
Oh,
That's more of July 4th.
yeah, that's more about what do we have on July 4th. Tomatoes is definitely part of July 4th, but watermelon and corn,
That's more. Yeah.
that's more 4th of July. We'll talk about that next week. All right. Well, Tyler, tell them what do you need to tell them.
Whatever y'all are cooking this week, make sure y'all go on over to facebook.com/group/HTQ community and share it over there. Help us answer everybody else's questions. All the questions we got here today, except for one, technically speaking, was emailed directly to me, but we're posted in that community as well. So make sure y'all go on and have fun.
All right. Well, Chelle, where can they find us?
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. If you would like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Chelle on Instagram and TikTok.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all hanging in there with us today. And we'll be back next week. We're probably going to talk all about some 4th of July cooking next week. See what I'm going to cook. I don't even know yet. We gone.